Welcome to my studio. I'm so glad you're here. Sit down and hang out for a while with me. I want to tell you about my creative process, and I would love to hear in the comments what you would love to tell me about your creative process. I would just love to hear that. So, in this video, I want to just highlight a few points about my creative process that I would love to share with you. And one of the first things I might do is look through my Pinterest albums, pictures that I've saved that are inspirations to me. That's one way I get started. Another way is I warm up. One way I might is warm up in my art journal through just playing with materials and tools and colors. And just by playing really activates the creative mind. So with no goal in mind, I have no goals in mind with this and the art journaling. Here I'm just playing with colors, overlapping colors, playing with transparencies, thicker colors, thinner, more transparent colors, opaque, transparent, excuse me, transparent, overlapping, opaque colors, and then looking out the window. Okay, if I don't want to just play in my art journal, I could also draw or paint from life by looking out the window or drawing anything that's in the room, like from my surroundings. It doesn't have to be outside. Now, you might be wondering what these birds are about. This is because this is the hashtag Favorite Bird Art Challenge hosted by Dena Tollefson. And if you want to find out more about this, please use the hashtag Favorite Bird Art Challenge. And I love birds. They're really an inspiration to me in my work. There's no other creature that can both talk and fly. Birds are so amazing. And they have, over the years, inspired my work a lot. And I'm just about to show you a series of work that I've done that include birds. But I want to talk more about my creative process. It's beautiful. So here is a finished canvas painting, and I'm about to show you the process that was behind this. So here, I had started it on canvas, acrylic on canvas. Then I took it into the digital. And when I say digital, I do everything on my iPad with the Procreate app. So I wanted to work out the composition. I wanted to work out the composition on her dress, like the colors and how the forms were going to be created. And so I started it on canvas, but then I took it into the digital and worked on it more, like with the to work out composition and color. And I often work back and forth like that as part of my creative process, working back and forth like that. I might start in the digital and then go to the canvas, or I start on the canvas and go into the digital. And then I often end up with two versions. So you're going to see that I end up with a digital painting, and I end up with a canvas, acrylic on canvas painting. And there you see the bird on her shoulder, because all the artwork I'm going to show you has some bird element in it. And there is the finished acrylic on canvas, and the other one just previous was the finished digital painting. So now this one, I'm going to show you how this one progressed. So I started off here. I did start off with a bunch of copyright-free images, public domain images, and created a composition. And there I'm doing digital blending with a old paint palette page that I was going to throw out. You could throw out, but I saved it. And I did a digital blending into the painting. And look how cool the effects are. Like, it created a texture. It created a texture right on the figure, because that texture had existed in the paint palette. So that's an example of how I'm working back and forth between the digital and the acrylic. And here I'm working on the digital, and I end up with two versions. I will end up with a digital painting and an acrylic painting on canvas. And there I am working on the face. And then that's another version. Sometimes I play out with different versions. And there you see now the beginning of the acrylic painting on canvas. Look how primitive that is. And then I build it up. Don't ever give up too easy on your paintings is what I like to say. Don't ever give up too easy. And then that is the finished acrylic painting. No, that's not finished, but so there's some stages of progression of the acrylic painting on canvas. And you saw how it started off so primitive, so don't ever give up too early. Okay, and then I wanted to play with the colors in the background, so I did in the digital play with that. And then, okay, there's the finished acrylic painting on canvas. And there is the finished digital painting. 2 different versions. And now I'm going to show you another version. Here I did start this painting on canvas, acrylic painting on canvas. And then I took it into the digital iPad, on my iPad with the Procreate app. And I'm playing around with compositional elements. In my creative process, I'm playing around with the compositional elements in the digital. And then I take it back onto the canvas. And there it is. That's the finished acrylic painting on canvas. And now I'm going to show you. Now this is an alcohol ink painting. I'm going to, and the next one is alcohol ink painting. I used for a few years, not recently, but for a few years, that's alcohol ink painting on photo paper. The back side of Kirkland photo paper. That's digital painting. So I'm going to show you a bunch of paintings I've done over the years that have a bird element in it. And again, that's also digital painting. That's digital painting. Because I love, and that's encaustic mixed media on wood. Again, encaustic mixed media on wood. And then that's digital. So I love including the bird element in my work over the years. It's incredibly inspirational to me to include birds. And I hope you enjoy this. And please tell me something about your creative process. I'd love to know. And this is so funny.